what's up? This is Ray with getrealrae, a place and space for life and business tips from this creative soul to hopefully inspire you on your journey and at the very least, provide you with some laughs. And so let's get real about clarity. Let's get clear on clarity. What? Clear on clarity? Real on clarity? What are we getting? What? Oh, well, we're going to talk about it. Oh, hello. Okay. So I am at a new house set. Now, don't worry if you are not someone who does house sits, pet sits, all those things. This video does apply to you. Don't you go away, my friend. I want this cute face. I'm at a new house sit, and right off the bat, miscommunication, meh. Wasn't quite what I was used to. Oh my goodness. Okay. So here's the thing. I always inquire up front about key exchanges. How am I going to get in? What time do you need me there? These are very important things to ask right before taking any kind of house sit. And for whatever reason, I did not have notes on this conversation with the homeowner. So I sent a text message. Hey guys, just saying that I don't have noted what time you're expecting me and how the key exchange is going to work. And so I just asked, hey, are you providing a code? Are you giving me a key? Now, partly my fault. In an ideal world, I would have said, how do you normally, do you recall how we're going to, do you recall what our conversation was? I guess that would have been like an ideal world, right? Because the response was, we're giving you a key. And knowing that their flight was at 10 a.m., I'm thinking, well, they've got to get to the airport and check in and all that stuff. So they're going to be leaving at least 2 hours before their flight, possibly more, but I don't think they ever told me what time to come. Like, I try to have everything in writing. And so I'm looking through our text messages. I don't see anything. I'm getting nervous. I'm an hour away. So I say, okay, well, I'll be there at 7:45. And the response I got was, great. And I'm thinking, okay. Now, what could have been different? So oftentimes, if a homeowner needs me to be there earlier, they will say, oh, you know, would you be able to get here a little earlier? Or if we had a conversation about time, they would have said something like, oh, you told us you were going to be coming at 6:30. Or you said, oh, you don't need to come that early. The dogs will be fine by themselves for like an hour or two. Come whenever you can. A lot of times, homeowners will say, oh, you know, my flight's early, but you don't need to come that early. Dogs will be fine for a couple hours. Come whenever you can before noon or something. That's the sweet spot, because then I'm not stressed about having to meet the homeowner directly. If getting out of wherever I currently am takes a little longer, it's no problem. But this is why I like to have these things organized in advance. So got up early, drove an hour, and I get a text message. I'm 10 minutes away and I get a text message. Hey, so we're leaving now. And we're going to put the key in this place. And I'm like, what? And I'm thinking, y'all could have done this all along. What? And so, boop, boop, boop. I could have asked for clarity in terms of giving me a key, because they are technically still giving me a key. But I could have asked for a little bit more clarity regarding, did they need to see me in person? Some people were like, you know, my dogs are crazy. They're going to eat your face off if they don't know you. So I want to make sure I introduce you. So I should have been more specific, asked for more information, but I didn't. Ooh. And that led to me driving an extra 2 hours that day that I did not really need to, because I had to drive back to where I was previously staying, finish up things there, and then go back to this place. I also ran into some issues regarding clarity on parking, clarity on a bunch of things, but I guess I'll just save all that for a house sit video. This is more of a fix your life video. Fix your life, fix your business. So, had I not been worried that I committed to something in advance that I didn't remember, then I probably would have asked more questions. So here's the lessons learned in this whole stupidity is when it comes to something that you've made an agreement with. Maybe you've agreed to watch your sister's dog while she's away, or babysit your nephew or something. And it's not something that you do frequently for that person. You don't know their style, their vibe. Or it's your first time doing it, get clarity, okay? So, even at work, I was watching this one of my favorite Cary Grant movies. And it's Cary Grant, Ginger Rogers, Marilyn Monroe before she was before she was headlining movies. I think she was number 4 in the list of names. Marilyn's boss. So Marilyn is playing a secretary. And she's hired for her looks, not her brains. And her boss says to her, she's the secretary, mind you, and he says to her, I want you to have someone type this up. And she's like, oh, please, can't I try again? And he says, no, it's too important. Find someone else to do it. She's reluctant. She's like, okay. And she leaves the room, and her boss says to Cary Grant's character, anyone can type. And there's a lot of really revealing things there, right? It's a joke. And okay, today might feel like, that's sexist, da 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 da. This old man is, lusting after his secretary. You could be any age working in an office nowadays, and there's going to be somebody like, ooh, you look cute. They might not tell you that, but they might be giving you those looks. And there are tons of people who have had romantic relationships and found their true love in the office. So I'm not going to hate on this movie. It's a fun joke. It's a funny joke. He's never inappropriate. There's more jokes later about the good-looking secretary and how older men are supposed to behave. It's wild. It's funny. I love it. You should check out the movie Monkey Business. But what's the lesson to be learned from this interaction between boss and receptionist? He was very clear and specific. He didn't say, I need this typed. He said clearly, specifically, I need you to find someone else to do it. And, by the way, you are not allowed to do it yourself. That is not an option. Very clear, very specific. When you are working in business, whether you are a solopreneur like me and you're dealing with contractors, being clear and specific is really crucial, because if you just say to the person who's supposed to help your website run faster, ding, been there, done that. Hey, I need my website to run faster. And they say, okay. A lot of these people on Fiverr what they do is they will send you a screenshot of your GT metric score. If you don't know what that is, don't worry about it. Or your Google page speed, page speed score. Don't know what that is, don't worry about it. They'll send you a screenshot of your current score. And if your site is slow, then your current score is going to be horrible, like D. And then they're going to install something like Jetpack or, what is it, Nitro or NitroPack? I think it's called Nitro. speed optimizer, optimal. There's a whole bunch of web plugins. They're going to install a plugin that you yourself could have gone to the plugin directory, found the plugin you needed, downloaded it. They're going to install a plugin. They're going to turn off a whole bunch of your, if that doesn't get your score to an A, they're going to turn off like your other plugins on your site. They're just going to just turn them off. And then send you a screenshot saying, yay, it's an A, did my job, okay, pay me my $10 or $50. If you paid $150 for that, you better get your money back. Because it didn't cost them anything to do it, but a little bit of their time, and downloading a plugin and installing it and then turning off other plugins, that doesn't really take any brain power, right? What does take brain power is checking to see which plugin is slowing down the site, then communicating with the site owner, hey, it looks like this plugin is what's slowing down your site. Can you still use your site without this plugin? Can I disable it? Now, for more premium service, you really want somebody to go through your site and say, okay, it looks like you're using plugins for X, Y, and Z. I think it would be better if you actually had hard-coded script for X, Y, and Z. And so that way you can delete these plugins, which are weighing things down, and the hard code will help your site run more efficiently. That's more top-level service, but who's going to offer that for $5, $10, $15, $50, $150? Yeah, so being clear and concise with the person who's doing the work for you, whether it's a contractor, whether it's an intern, even a gardener, right? This might sound weird, but my mom was having issues with people who were doing yard work for her. She's like, I'm paying this money and they're not doing what I need them to do. And so she had to get very clear with them. I need you to confirm, are you guys going to be pulling the weeds? Because it does not look like you guys do this. I do not need my tree trimmed. I do need weeds pulled. I want to make sure what service I'm paying for and if it's going to fit my needs, right? And so a bit of back and forth, but ultimately she was able to get them to do the work she needed. Additionally, she had people coming through to do the yard work, and yet they were knocking over things in her yard, moving things around. So again, being clear and concise, I need, for when your team comes to my yard, I need the yard to look exactly the same way. So if they move something, they need to put it back. If they knock something over, please fix it. Clear and concise. Being clear and concise can really just alleviate a lot of stress and save a lot of drama and trauma in your own home. So if you just happen to be somebody who has a family, maybe you got kids, maybe you got a boo, hey spouse looking at you, or maybe you're not married, you just have a significant other or a roommate even. Y'all need to be clear. Oftentimes in the early phase of a relationship, it's like, oh, what do you want to do? Oh, I don't know. What do you want to do? Well, I'll do whatever you want to do. Sure, I like that too. And you know good and well you don't like whatever it is that they just recommended, or you've never tried it, but you're like, oh, they like it. I'll try it, or I'll give it a try again. Okay? So, in order to just alleviate the stress of disappointment, wasting your time doing extra work, you just gotta be clear and say, oh, maybe you have to say, I've tried that in the past and I didn't really like it. I might be willing to try it again. Can you tell me a little bit more about what you like about it? Or actually, I don't feel like pizza tonight. I don't feel like going out to that bar tonight. I'm open to ideas. What are some other things you might be interested in doing? I kind of don't feel like doing the same thing we usually do. I want to do something different. Or, kids, I'm going to need you to clean your rooms, and that does not mean you just take all your toys and shove them under the bed. So, I think we should do is, I'm going to give you 10 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour to clean your room on your own. And then I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna check things out, and we'll figure out the rest together, right? Especially with kids, because a lot of the times they just want to get it done. If you're like, oh, you gotta clean your room before you go outside. I know I used to be like, take everything, stick it in a drawer. My sister used to put stuff under the bed and in the closet, and then my mom would come in and open the closet and be like, are you kidding me? But with the drawer, no one's gonna look in the drawer. So yeah, by setting those expectations and then offering help if necessary, I don't want to say problem solve, but less problems. I think it's fair to say less problems, less stress. Okay, so trying to make these videos a little shorter. I personally love having in the background like a lengthy conversation, a lengthy discussion of something, because I can listen to it while I'm working on something. But I also want to just try for this channel, do shorter business and life advice videos. Are they more beneficial to people? Because y'all busy. I get it. Y'all busy. You got stuff to do. You like, look, Ray, I ain't got all day. Get to the point. I need to know what's the tip, girl. So the tip is, no matter if it's business or it's your personal life, don't be afraid to be clear. It's going to save you stress. It's going to save you drama, trauma, and wrinkles. I'm just saying, who needs more wrinkles? And you know what? We got a cute little doggy over here. There's another one over there, but he's totally asleep, so we're good. All right, until next time, peace.